Džerod, welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me, for how long have you been living in Bosnia?
It's been a little bit over 5 months now. I think I got here in early August, so yeah, I've been here for quite a bit now.
I want to hear more about your journey. How has the transition been for you, both on and off the court, since moving from States to Bosnia?
Obviously, there's always a little bit of an adjustment period when leaving home and coming to a different country, but overall, it's been pretty smooth. My teammates, the coaches, the organization, they've taken care of me. I feel very welcome and accepted by everybody. So overall, it's been pretty smooth. They've helped me out a lot, and I've enjoyed it so far.
Can you share your insights on the basketball scene in Bosnia compared to your experience back in the States? What are the differences?
So it's really kind of different everywhere. Overall, I can tell that the people here, they really do care about basketball for sure. I feel like a lot of people are invested in it, and they're passionate about it. Even in just talking to some people like around the city and stuff, they've kind of expressed how emotionally value they have when it comes to basketball. So, but there's differences, of course. You know, the way the game is played, sometimes the different types of atmospheres and stuff that we play in. So there's a lot of differences. There's also a lot of similarities as well. So, but at the end of the day, it's basketball. So I'm just, trying to enjoy it all.
I want to talk about one interesting thing. I have to mention NBA star Nikola Jokic and those comments about how he does all that, like he treats basketball like 9-to-5 job.
Mm-hmm.
So what is basketball for you? How do you treat basketball? Is it just 9-to-5 job or much more?
It is a job, of course, but I try not to look at it from that perspective all the time. It's something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy playing, and it's brought a lot of great experiences and moments. Just playing basketball, meeting a lot of great people because of basketball and stuff like that. But I view it as something that I like to do. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy the process of working out and practicing with the team and building connections and relationships with people. It's something that I've been around my entire life, and I've done my whole life. I come from a basketball family, and I've had a lot of success, a lot of team success in basketball as well. So it's something that I really enjoy doing, and hopefully I have a longer future doing it as well.
Does your family support your decisions when it comes to moving to places? I mean, I think it's very difficult to move from another place to other, but I don't know, how do they see that? Do they support you?
Absolutely, 100%. It's obviously tough when I have to go away for a long time, and like it's an adjustment period for me, but it's also an adjustment for them as well, just me not being around as much. But no, they're in full support. They think it's a great experience for me. It's part of growing up and maturing, but getting to play basketball, experience different cultures and parts of the world, meet new people and things like that, so they're all for it.
What adjustments have you made to your playing style to adapt the team dynamics and strategies in Borac?
Really just trying to be a vocal leader for the team. That was one of the first things I tried to do. I kind of understood that we had a young team, and I have a little bit of experience, so I was just trying to bring that to the team and help them with communication and understanding what it takes to be successful as a team. I think it's a physical game over here, and I've had to adjust to that. So that's definitely an adjustment for me that I've had to learn and kind of figure out, and I'm still learning and adjusting to that as well. But at the end of the day, just playing my game, playing with confidence, playing with free, trying to help my teammates as much as possible, playing aggressive on both sides of the floor. So there's been some adjustments for sure, but overall I think I'm doing okay.
You mentioned that aggressive game. Is it different back in the States? I mean,
it's different because I think it's probably a little bit more physical here, and I think that's one of the big adjustments that I've had to make since being here. I like it in some ways. Some ways it's tough. It's different, but it's an adjustment, and it's growth for me as a player, and I feel like I've gotten better at it, so I just want to continue to get better and grow in that area as well. So But yeah, it's aggression both sides, but you know, it's been physical for sure.
Since we're talking about the aggression on the court, I wanted to ask you about your experience with European style basketball and the role of the head coach in team. For instance, I have to mention Džerod Vest. He's often regarded as one of the most famous European coaches. I think you know that. As such, fans have always wondered how he would fare in NBA, and he has that aggressive
absolutely
style. So how do you see that difference between coaches in USA and European coaches? Also, they say coaches here are built different, and players are also built different. What's your opinion on that?
So there are some coaches in America that are similar, but there's also some that's like polar opposite as well. And there's also some coaches here that are similar to the coaches in America, but it's also different. You know, I like it because to me it feels like, it makes me feel like the coaches care when they're that animated and that
passion, right? We talked about that, right?
Yeah, that passionate. Obviously sometimes as a player you don't want to be on the receiving end of that passion and that type of animation, you know, but it really makes me feel like they care and that they're invested in their players, their team, the city that they're in. So you know, it's different, and it's sometimes it can be a little frustrating when you're as a player, but I think at the end of the day I really understand what it is they want and what they're trying to accomplish, and what it means to them as well as a coach.
Now I wanted to show you a clip, and I just want to hear your reaction.
Okay.
It's all about coaches.
They're a quality team. What the fuck is this, man? You are nice, you're good guys. Fuck you, everybody. Fuck you, okay? You want me to repeat million times? Fuck you, this is not over. Okay? Shame on you. What do you want, Costa? Now you ask me what to play, huh? So all the life, you wait for me. Okay, all the life, any one of you. Čega nema šansi? Zašto nemaju koncentraciju? Zbog čega nemaju koncentraciju? Zbog ega njihovog. Zbog ega. Možda pričamo o taktici 7 dana. Kakva taktika?
That's in Serbian, so do you...
Šta oni imaju 7 par pojedinaca reprezentacije?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
But
Šta smo radili u
very
životu?
frustrated,
Zbog čega
very.
smo izgubili utakmicu protiv Grčke u pripremnom periodu 19 razlike? Zato što je njih petorica do 5 ujutru bilo u diskoteci. Do
So I have seen that video. I think I saw it on Twitter or maybe Instagram. I saw it, but yeah, I think again that goes back to the passion and how much they care. Again, it's tough. You know, I've been on those benches sometime as a player, and I just want to be like, please stop talking. Like, you know, leave me alone. But again, they just want to win. They care, and I think at the end of the day, you know, most coaches, they just want to help the team win. You know, sometimes the delivery just has to be a little bit more aggressive or angry, or, you know, to get their point across. Of course, in the moment, sometimes, like, you know, you might want to fight them, like in that moment, like, but it's part of it. The coach-player dynamic, sometimes that has to happen. You know, sometimes the coach has to be on the players like that to get a response out of them. So. It's just part of it, you know, but at the end of the day, watching the video itself is funny, but in the moment, sometimes it's tough, but I understand.
Does Zoran sometimes act like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've definitely had a couple of those encounters during the game and practice, in the film room, in the locker room, so it happens, you know, it's really just part of it, and I think, you know, as a player, you kind of get used to it, and you can kind of tell when it's going to happen, and it really just comes down to how are you going to respond to it in that moment. So, but yeah, it's happened before.
How's that change your perspective? That style of coaching.
I've experienced it before. I've had some coaches who are not like that at all. And I see why they coach that way, but sometimes I do think you have to have a little bit, you have to toe that line sometimes.
Tough love.
Yeah, absolutely, tough love. And then, you know, you have some coaches that are on the whole other end of the spectrum, I think, maybe you need to chill out a little bit. But, it really just kind of opened my eyes a little bit to the different types of coaches that there are out there, the different types of personalities there are. But also, sometimes the coaches, they know the best way to get to their team. And sometimes they understand that, their team responds this way better than a different way. So I really think that's what it comes down to. And again, at the end of the day, I think that coaches have the best interest in their team at the end of the day, but sometimes it has to be tough in those moments.
Tell me, can you recall a particularly memorable or challenging moment you faced while playing for Borac?
So I think the first challenge I would say was in the preseason. We were struggling a little bit, and we had a lot of injuries early on in the season too. So, we went on a stretch of games and we only had like 7 or 8 players just because we were missing a lot of guys. Like, guys were hurt. We had some guys get sick, and we were struggling at times. We had a couple losing streaks. So those have definitely been challenging times, adverse times that we've had to grow and learn from. But I feel like it's made us grow as a team and allow us to get better. As far as a memorable moment, I would say probably that first game in the bubble that we played in Subotica. We played Plejmejker, and it was kind of a tough game at halftime. And, coach got on us at halftime, of course, and then we had to talk as players on the bench, and then we kind of came out with a different level of play and different fire in the second half, and we were able to win the game, and that was one of my better games as well. But kind of just being in that environment, though, on a different gym, different arena type thing, and kind of the way that we responded in that moment. It was early on in the season, and I feel like that was really good for us, and that was one of the most memorable ones for sure.
You told that you've been in Bosnia for, I don't know, less than a half year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about cultural shocks.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you have experienced some, so can you recall?
I don't know if I'd say I had a cultural shock per se. And I feel like most of my encounters have been pretty good with people around here. Obviously there's some where, you're trying to have a conversation. They don't understand you, you don't understand them, and it's just a dead conversation. But I don't think I've had a cultural shock, honestly, since I've been here. I feel like the people have been really good. The city's nice, so early on I was taking a lot of walks like through the city just to kind of see everything. And but it was cool. I met a lot of different people and saw different stores and restaurants and things like that. So I think overall it's been pretty good.
Can you name me like 3 main differences, in your opinion,
Mm-hmm.
between people in the United States and people here? What do you think about that?
So I would say America is more about, especially during the week, about their work, like their job. I think that's probably one of the biggest differences. Like, I feel like in America, if you're like going to a coffee shop and it's like during the day, there's not going to be many people in there. But I feel like over here, like, you walk past a coffee shop and there's like a bunch of people there. You know what I mean? A lot of people there. Yeah. So I would say that's probably one of the biggest things. I don't know. Maybe like the mannerisms are different.
Before the interview, we talked about food a lot.
Yeah.
So tell me something about local cuisine, and did you have opportunity to explore it?
I've tried some. I'm willing to try food if it's explained to me what it is. Dessert as well. So I'm willing to try it. I've had some. We talked about it before. What was it? I had some pies before. I had some pies. Cevapi, yes.
Right.
I had some really good cevapi one time. It was really good. Didn't know what it was either, but it was really good.
Right.
I'm trying to think what else. What is the main like dessert here?
Baklava?
Yes, yeah, I tried that and it was good.
Like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. So I honestly can't tell you the names of everything, you know, but I know. Yeah, a little bit. I probably need to expand a little bit more and try some more things, but we'll get there.
Okay. Also, we talked about nightlife. Tell me, nightlife back home or here? What do you think?
I would probably have to say back home, mainly because
it's home, right?
It's home, and I can like, I'm a social person. And here it's a little different because I don't know how to approach people the same, because I don't know if they speak English. I don't know how they're going to respond, you know. So it's a lot easier for me to be social back at home and kind of move around how I want to with the nightlife.
That's the language barrier, I guess.
Yeah, the language barrier.
Problem, I think.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the only challenge. Besides that, I've been out a couple times and it's been fun. I've had a good time with my teammates. I've met some new people.
Do you had any funny encounters that you recall on night out? I mean, in general.
I'm not sure, honestly. I've had some encounters where people like, they'll see me and they'll like approach me and want to talk, like, and they'll talk to me in Serbian, and I'll be like, not know what to say, you know what I mean? But I'll be invested in the conversation. I just don't understand what's going on. But nah, I don't think so. Nothing too crazy.
A word of Serbian. I mean, anything did you learn?
I've learned a little bit, basics.
Tell me, let me hear. Come on.
All right.
What did you learn?
I'm gonna give you a conversation starter because that's about all I know.
Okay.
Ciao, kakaste.
Okay, good. That's good. I guess you learned the curse words, right?
So I've heard them. I've learned a little bit, but I don't know what all of them mean.
Right.
So you know, and I've heard them being said a lot, but you know, I don't say them.
What advice would you give to other international players considering a move to Bosnia for their basketball careers?
I think the most important thing is really just being open-minded about the situation. You know, don't go into wherever it is you go, but if you're coming to Bosnia, don't come into the situation narrow-minded or not open to learning, and because if you come over here and you don't buy into the culture and you don't like try to meet new people and try to learn about it, it's hard to kind of adjust. You really don't ever get adjusted.
Your expectations from this season?
I want to win. That's my biggest thing. I want to get to the playoffs, both leagues.
Right spirit.
Yeah, and give our team a chance to you know, hold up a trophy at the end of the season. I haven't won a championship in a long time, so that's a goal of mine.
Džerod, thank you for your time. It was really nice getting to know you better.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. It was good conversation.